Hey guys, my name is Mackenzie Parker, and I'm here today to bust some myths surrounding amnesia. To start out, I want you to picture someone with amnesia. Imagine what happened to them, sort of how they got it, how they act now, what they remember, what they don't remember, and if they function well in society. Just solidify the images and ideas you have in your head as a starting point for yourself as we begin to uncover the realities of amnesia together. Let's start by watching this clip from Tom and Jerry, episode 61, titled Nitty Witty Kitty. As you can see, Tom has taken quite the hit to the head. What do you expect to happen next to Tom? According to the authors of 50 Great Myths of Popular Psychology, most people believe that most people with amnesia forget everything that happened in their life previous to their amnesia. Let's see if this is true for Tom.
Thomas, what's the matter with you? What's come over you? Don't act like that! Get away from me, Thomas! Thomas, you! Go away! Thomas! Don't!
Alright, so poor Tom here not only forgot his past, but completely forgot about his identity. He now thinks he's a mouse. Here we see that Tom also forgets his past. All those past encounters with Jerry that caused Tom to hate him are forgotten, as he gives Jerry a big smooch. Obviously, Jerry is annoyed by the affection and invasion of space, so he decides to get Tom back to normal. Let's see how this is done. Oh, well, that didn't work too well. Just one more bump on the head and he did it. Tom's all back to normal, thanks to another good little head injury. Now, I know this is a cartoon and obviously not real life, but it really isn't that far-fetched from what many people believe when it comes to amnesia. According to the chapter on amnesia in the Great Myths of Popular Psychology book, many people believe that after a trauma, people can acquire amnesia and forget everything that happened in their life previous to their gathering of amnesia. And that this form of amnesia, known as the generalized form of amnesia, is not really that rare. Another popular myth we saw is that hitting your head again after acquiring amnesia will reverse the effects of amnesia. Tom, after being hit several times in the head, snapped right back into his original personality, fully functioning, similar to the belief that we have that people who wake up from being in comas from trauma are cognitively capable besides being unable to remember things. I discussed the idea of amnesia with my Nana, telling her I had to make a film about amnesia for my psychology class. She said, "Oh, that won't be too hard. All you have to do is say a little bit about it and then look into the camera and say you forgot everything else." Although I wish that was the assignment, I explained to her that that was actually a myth about amnesia, one that we just see in Hollywood, and I presumed that they started portraying amnesia totally incorrectly to make things seem a lot cooler and less depressing than they actually are. We also discussed how we might have just been raised from a young age to misuse the word amnesia through the culture we're immersed in. I went on to tell her that most people who have amnesia don't have retrograde amnesia, where you forget everything in your past, but rather they have anterograde amnesia, where they have trouble forming new memories. We learned about this form of amnesia in Chapter 7 of Psychology in Your Life, where we discussed Henry Molaison, a boy who had parts of his brain removed to cure his epilepsy. Although his epilepsy was cured and he could recall everything up to the procedure, he was unable to form any new memories and suffered from anterograde amnesia. Research shows that generalized amnesia, like we saw Tom experience, is actually very rare, and it's more likely believed to be associated with psychological causes like crazy amounts of stress rather than head traumas. Some psychologists still doubt that this form of amnesia even exists. And guys, people don't wake up from comas looking like a Disney princess. Most of the time, people waking up with severe amnesia will have some long-lasting and serious cognitive damage. Last but not least, we need to bust the myth that hitting your head again will get rid of amnesia. So here's a public service announcement. Guys, if you've had a previous head injury, you're way more susceptible to further harm and brain damage if you have a second injury. Don't just try and hit your head again. That's all for today. Be safe out there.